Hello, Tess. Thank you
Hello,
so
Nina.
much for taking this time to talk to us about EMLYON Business School and the admissions process to business schools and EMLYON in particular. So before we dive into this kind of behind the scenes of a selection process, could you tell us a couple of words about EMLYON Business School, what the school stands for, what are maybe the strongest characteristics of EMLYON?
Sure. Okay, for EMLYON Business School, it was founded by local industrials in 1872. And it is affiliated with the Chamber of Commerce of the region. And this is why we have a strong link with the local industrials, companies, and also large corporations around the world. So I think this is very important for our students because, of course, when they come to study at EMLYON, they want to have to know more about the corporate world. So they have the opportunity during the year of studies here, to, of course, meet some leaders from different companies, different sectors. So I think that's why EMLYON is pretty specific, especially in France. The fact that we have those grand écoles, which is quite specific, to our country. Otherwise, we have 4 campuses. The main one is located in Lyon. We are about 15 minutes from the city center. And Lyon is actually the second largest urban site in France and the second most dynamic after Paris. And what is interesting is that now we are really at the crossroad of other European, Western European countries. So we are only 2 hours from Geneva. We are just 2 hours train from Paris. 2 hours also cars from the south of France. We also have the Alps mountain very close to Lyon, so the environment is really, really nice. And we are actually one of the few schools who is triple accredited. So we have the EQUIS, the ASCSB, and AMBA. So I think in the world there's only 1% of universities and schools who actually got the triple accreditations. So this is really also a public recognition of the quality of the school. Mm-hmm. And we have around 5,000 students, 4,000 students in our graduate programs, and around 5,000 in our executive programs. And then, of course, we do have international network, in the sense that we have over 130 academic partners around the world. So our students can actually do some exchange program anywhere in the world. So that's why it's interesting also for them. Also, our programs are divided into different themes. We have programs that are in general management. We have the MSc in management, which is our flagship program. And to enter this program, there's 2 ways of entry, actually 3 ways of entering these programs. We have through the International Admission Service, the SAI. We have through the actually we offer a triple European degree. Mm-hmm. Triple European degree, which is actually the MSc in management from EMLYON, and 2 other masters, one from LMU, the Ludwig Maximilian Universität in Germany, and the Lancaster University in the UK. So that's the second way, and the third way would be for French people when they enter the 3rd year of the program. But this is not the case for Russian students. But I think what would be interesting is actually the triple European degree, which allows them to get 1 degree from EMLYON, from Lancaster, and from LMU in Germany. Mm-hmm.
So, but I guess every master program that is run at EMLYON is based on at least 3 campuses. I remember our clients who proceeded to do international hospitality program or entrepreneurship program, they all go to China and they go to the UK or somewhere else, right?
Yeah, that's right. Most of our master's program are multi-campuses program, and this is the case also for our masters, which are more focused on profession or sectors such as the MS in luxury management or the international hospitality management. So in those two programs, two masters, which are lasting around 16 months. They do have to spend some time either in Paris for the luxury program now starting next year, and then to another campus in Europe. It could be the London College of Fashion in the UK, and then and for the hospitality it would be still in Lyon, but and after that, no, they will have to go to Shanghai for both programs.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
and then yes, and they will finish that with an internship.
All right. And so maybe the most important is that EMLYON is one of the top business schools in France, and as far as I know, it's always the top 3 schools in the country. Is it correct?
That's right. That's right.
Right.
Yes, we've been ranked again third in France as a business school, and just maybe wanted to say that no, I think it's interesting for future candidates not to study in Europe, because I think if they're looking for an international environment, it's very, very important. And since Europe is really all the countries are very close to each other, it's really a way to study in a rich international environment, and this is reflected in the classroom by all the different nationalities that we have. For example, in our triple European degree track, we have this year over 100 students, and they represent around 30 different nationalities.
Okay.
So, yes, so that's very important, yes.
All right. So, and going to the admissions process, from our past experience when our clients have gone through the admissions process of EMLYON, we know that it is very selective. So can you tell us a brief idea, like how selective, how competitive is that? Maybe you have an average acceptance rate, or just a brief idea how competitive it is to get to top business schools or to EMLYON in particular.
Yes, of course, entering EMLYON Business School we're pretty selective, in our admissions process. We are really looking for candidates with high potential, and of course, the acceptance rate will be a bit different from one program to another, because we are not actually looking for the same profile. But I would say that the average acceptance rate would be around 1/3 of the total candidates. But I would say that students who are really motivated to study at EMLYON, they should not select them out, because sometimes they think, okay, they need to get the GMAT score, and this can, and they believe that they will not actually fulfill all the conditions to enter the school. So I think that work is very important, but motivation. So if you're really motivated, if they're really motivated, they really have to work hard and try to get into one of the top business schools in Europe, and of course at EMLYON too.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And so, okay, I know that the admissions process at EMLYON is very holistic, so to say. So you look beyond the numbers of just, as you said, GMAT score or the GPA, the academic performance. So what are the characteristics or some aspects that you look at the candidates? What would you say the successful applicant would need to have in order to be accepted?
Actually, EMLYON has a holistic approach. Of course, academic results, test scores are important, because we need to make sure that the candidate has the intellectual ability, to follow the management courses, and also the English, the required English level, because all our programs, our master's program, international masters, are actually taught in English. So this is something that we need to check. But besides that, of course, we are looking at the profile of the candidates, and this is one of the reasons why we asked them to record a video. And this is one of our admissions process, a video, so that they can tell us more about themselves. Of course, they will have to write some essays, but this is in addition to essays, And this is the only way for us to know whether they are really motivated, if they have some clear career objectives, if those objectives matches, the objectives of the program. So these elements are very important for us, to see. So we're not looking for a specific profile in each program. Of course, this will depend on the program, because sometimes, I know that some candidates, they will say things because they believe that the school will want to hear that. Mm-hmm. So we ask students, the candidates, to be genuine, not to be themselves. They have to convince us, that they will bring something to the class, to their future employers, and so we are looking for individuals with potential, but we won't say that. No, of course, we are looking for really specific profiles in each program. I think diversity is actually very important.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so apart from the grades and GMAT scores or TOEFL or IELTS score, you also look for the motivation to do the program, join the school, and also very clear career objectives that are on par with the objectives of the program. That's
right, yes. So we'll look at all that, yes, that's right. So that's why they need to prepare well the essays and be clear into it, be clear about what they want to do afterwards. Of course, we're not saying that they won't change their mind during their studies, but at least they need to convince us that they are really motivated to enter this program and the reason why they want to enter this program. So
right, yeah. Okay. And talking about the admissions process, do you see a particular common mistake that majority of international applicants make, and you want them not to make that mistake? That might be something specific with regards to their essay or video or the way they talk in the interview or something in general.
Some common mistakes, I would say, when they don't take time, to prepare the online application or the essays, because sometimes, we have just few lines, and that's not sufficient for us to the candidates. So I think it's important, first of all, to be, to ask themselves some questions as to what they want to do. Of course, what career they want in the future. So this will allow them to select the right school, the right program, of course. And also, I think it's important for them to maybe contact some professional, because sometimes some candidates will apply for a specific program, let's say the luxury, but they have no idea about this sector. So they never had any experience. So at least they need to talk with professionals in this sector to understand better the different jobs that are offered in the luxury or in hospitality or some other sectors or finance. So so that they once they start the application, they really know that this is the right program. That's very important. And the other mistake would be not to start the process early. They have to really start the process early, because sometimes they just realize that they have to actually submit the GMAT, and they don't take the time to prepare for the test. And of course, they get the bad results, and so that would be a pity. So they need some time to really prepare for all the tests. And what else? As I said, we are really looking for not. It's important for the candidates to show the genuine side of themselves. So this will be reflected in their essays. So we want to know them as an individual. So they shouldn't answer the question by thinking, okay, the school will like me to answer this way. No, it's not that. Sometimes you can talk about some weaknesses, and this can be something actually good, because you will realize something, and then you will be moving forward, by taking into account, these elements, and also maybe sometimes they don't focus enough on the extracurriculum activities. I think this is also a reflection of their personality, of what they can achieve. So they shouldn't forget those activities as well. This will allow us to know them better. That's all I can think about at the moment.
All right. Yeah. So apply early. Pay attention to your essay. Take care of your essay. Be a genuine you on the paper, and elaborate clearly on your career objective, and make sure you understand really the industry and the prospective career path for yourself.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So I guess that's pretty clear for now. So in order to apply to EMLYON, the students would need to submit the online application, to submit their essay, their transcript, GMAT and IELTS score, and then video interview. And then if they're successful on this first stage, then they would be invited to do an interview. Is that correct?
Actually, since 2014, we have changed a little bit the selection process. So, of course, once they have decided to apply, they need to create an account on our website, and then through the website they can access their dashboard, where they can start the online application. Of course, we will ask them to complete all the fields, and also to upload some documents, like transcript and copies of diplomas, etc. But before submitting their applications, we also ask them to do a video exercise. This is easy recruit exercise, during which we are going to ask them like 8 to 10 questions. 8 to 10 questions. Those are there's no trick questions. It's really for us to know them better. They have to introduce themselves. They need to talk about their career objectives. How they behave in groups, and etc. So I know sometimes for some of the candidates not an easy exercise, but they have the possibility to at the beginning to do a mock interview, just to test themselves. And I think what's important is that the candidate can be concise and can actually give some details, can illustrate, with some example, the points that they mention. So that's why we actually limit the answers. Usually it's 30 seconds to 90 seconds. So it doesn't take the exercise doesn't take too long, but of course they need to prepare a little bit before, and we are asking really for them to be genuine.
Mm-hmm.
And so after that, yes.
So there are no interview stage right now.
Depends, because after this video, it will be evaluated by some of our professors. If we believe that there are still some points that are not very clear for us, could be about his or her career objective, or some other elements that are still unclear for us, then we will invite the candidate for a face-to-face interview, either via Skype, or if the candidate can come on campus, then that would be great as well. Mm-hmm. So it depends. Some can maybe admitted right away after they submit the online application and the video exercise. But for some, we will ask them to have a face-to-face interview afterwards.
All right. Okay.
And
so
the result.
Sorry. And from the moment they submit the application, if everything is fine, they don't need to do the interview. How long does it take for the admissions committee to review their application and give the decision?
It is usually pretty quick, you know. It takes around 10 days to get the results. So it's very quick. We have around one session every month. One selection round every month, a bit more than a month, but it's pretty. And we also have a rolling process, no, because we understand that some candidates need to have a quick result from the admissions board. So it is possible. They just need to let us know, and we will go. Not his application will go through a rolling process, so it means that they can get the result much quicker than through the normal process. Yes.
All right. Okay. Okay, then I guess it's pretty clear right now. Thank you so much for talking to us about admissions process, about the school, and giving some advice. So we're going to link the link to the application form to EMLYON down on the site. And then, thank you so much.
Yeah, so I guess, you know, they should start early as possible. And also maybe one thing I didn't mention is that you know, we actually grant some scholarship, so based on the test score. So that's why sometimes could be interesting for them to have a high GMAT score, you know. So so especially so we do actually grant different type of scholarship as well.
All right, okay. Thank you very much, then.